How's it going, everybody? Doing a gum chewing, soft spoken ramble here today. I'm a little bit of a ramble kick. If you count those browsing videos are essentially rambling. This one's just going to be soft spoken and talking about whatever comes up. Kind of range all over the place. I'm filming this Sunday morning. It's going up today. I wanted to film something last night, but I just wasn't in the mood. Did try to hit. I actually did. I didn't try to. Ended up hitting like 6 garage sales yesterday, and nothing was doing. I didn't. There was not a single video game related thing at any of them. One had a ring light with a tripod. I looked at that briefly. I was like, no. Like I said, a lot out here. I gotta check. I've been told to check Facebook as well for garage sales. I have Facebook, but I rarely sign on it. These days, I think I signed in like a few months ago briefly. I'm pretty much just Instagram in terms of that. I have a Twitter account too, but I'm on that. Like, I'll occasionally just hop on there and look at certain things and just sign off. But yeah, apparently Facebook, they have like a section, I guess for anywhere in the country or world for that matter. You can find garage sales in your area because there's just not a lot popping on Craigslist out here. Massapequa always had more garage sales regardless, but nothing doing so far. I got that one hit. That was end of April, so it's been a month. That's how it goes sometimes, though. If anybody goes to garage sales, any of you go to garage sales, you'll know that sometimes you might not find anything. There's other things I look at too, but I'm typically looking for video games or old toys. Certain books I'll get, or movies if I'm in the mood to buy some movies, CDs as well, but I don't really grab CDs off. If you want to start a CD collection, you can just go to garage sale. Same things with like Blu-rays and DVDs. I mean, games too, but games would be for certain systems. You're not like getting a PS5 or even PS4. You see them in Xbox One, but you don't even see them that often yet. Give it time. But it was real nice. It's been real nice this weekend, which is nice. It was like 70-something yesterday. It's going to be 70-something today. 75 tomorrow. The Heat have not blown the lead officially, but that series is tied. Boston won last night. Buzzer beater. Apparently there was some weird stuff going on, which seems to be the case in basketball, where there was like an extra, like not a full second, but like 0.9 seconds thrown onto the clock or something. That's what I went on Twitter for last night. I wanted to see what people were talking about. So that's going back to Boston for Game 7. Dallas has won 2 in a row against Vegas as well. They're down 3-2. Hockey, it's more common. I think there's been at least 5 or 6 times teams have just straight up come back from 3-0 and won. I know the Islanders did it, I believe, in the 70s against the Flyers. Somebody did it recently. Who was it? Did the Flyers do it against somebody? They came back 3-0. Was it like the Canadiens? I don't know. Or the Canadiens did it against somebody. There was a 3-0 blown lead, like, within the past maybe 7 or 8 years. Maybe even twice in this decade. Not this decade, I should say, since 2000. maybe even more than that, whatever, it happens. And the NHL is a different kind of animal in the playoffs compared to basketball. Basketball, it's never happened. Portland came back against Dallas back in maybe 2008, 2000. No, it was maybe like 2003, 2004, because they still had Rasheed Wallace and Scottie Pippen. I think Bonzi Wells, Zach Randolph. I think Sabonis might have still been on that team. They came back. They were down 3-0. They came back and lost Game 7, but they did come back. I remember that series because I was like, they're down 3-0, they're done. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, they're winning. They're actually leading by like a point or two going into the fourth quarter, and then just got outscored by like 15 in the fourth and lost. But still, that's, I think, the only other time a team's actually pushed a Game 7 being down 3-0. But this time, it's in Boston. Game 7 that time, Dallas had home court, and it was in Dallas. But like I said, hockey, it happens. So Florida's got to wait around a little bit longer for Vegas or Dallas. And same thing with Denver. Denver's got to wait around now, which kind of is not a good thing sometimes because you're waiting around and you start to, like, you're on a kind of a roll, and then you kind of get relaxed, a little too relaxed, not even on purpose, but you can practice, but it doesn't matter. It's not the same as a game. Keep the flow going, you know. I kind of think Denver will beat whoever they play. I don't know. They just seem like one of the team, like, oh, they're going to be the ones that win it. But you never know, of course. Haven't really watched anything lately. I talked about, we watched that show Beef, and we watched some episodes of the first season of that show Slasher. Haven't really watched any movies in a bit. I haven't even played any games. I feel like in 2 weeks I started playing The Order when I got that, and then I just stopped, and I haven't been in the mood, so. That's how it goes with me in games. Speaking of video games, I'm like almost so close to just, I'm not saying I would stop playing present games and games coming out and getting the PS5 or the Series X, whatever, but I'm just almost to the point where I want to just go back, play older games. Like a majority of my gaming would be older gaming. And, you know, play newer stuff as games I feel like playing, because I'm looking at the PS5 the other day again. Obviously, it's readily available now. There's like nothing on it, like outside of Ratchet and Clank, maybe picking up the second God of War Ragnarok. There's nothing I really can't play on the PS4, the Xbox One. The graphic jump doesn't mean enough to me anymore because I feel like the graphic jumps are not what they used to be. They're there, but not like to the the scope they used to be, where it'd be like, oh my God. Now, I'm not saying there's not a nice little jump, but like I've said in past videos, even those 3, once it hit the HD era, you can go back and play the original Uncharted. Yeah, it's aged, but it still is like, oh, it still looks nice. It's a nice looking game, you know. But I'm like, why should I get one of these systems? You know, maybe if Microsoft just says, hey, look, Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out at the end of the year, I'd be like, here we go. They'd rather just be like, you know, let's release Skyrim another 15 times. And that indie game that's supposed to come out, Bethesda's making, there was a very brief trailer maybe a year ago, maybe even longer. That disappeared. Haven't heard anything from that. To my knowledge, like I said, I don't keep up. Someone was asking about doing like a Ramble on the PlayStation showcase. I haven't watched that yet. I might watch it later today. Put that up tomorrow. I briefly went over. I saw some of the announcements, but I didn't like watch it. So maybe I'll do that. Like I don't keep up the way I used to keep up with that stuff. I used to be, back when they were actually still doing E3, before the system, the companies just did their own thing. I used to watch E3 and be pumped about what's coming out, you know. now I'm just like, man, I almost want to just, I would love to just go crazy with the older stuff again. But we'll see. Um, what else been going down? I'm trying to think. I still need to do the Ramble on the Dark Pictures games. Somebody was actually asking about it in a comment. Again, I apologize in advance. I don't get a ton of requests, but I get a decent amount of requests, and I'm not I forget about some, I just don't do some, and I feel kind of bad saying, oh yeah, I can do that. I should just be like, you know what, I might do it, I might not, I don't want to, I gotta stop getting people's hopes up. I mean, I still do a decent amount of requests, but I just forget, and it's the same thing with my own videos. I still haven't done the third part of that, that role play when the people are trapped in the house type thing, and that was months ago. Like, I move on to, I gotta do that. I do want to do that, but that's how it always has been with me. I just kind of do what I'm feeling. I'm like, oh, let's do this. Sometimes I have a little bit of a schedule in my head, and I film some videos in advance. But that's how it's always been. So I don't want people to take it personal if I don't do their requests, because I haven't done a lot of requests of these. I've done a decent amount. I've probably done well over 100. But I haven't done a bunch as well. And I've strayed away from things I've wanted to do myself, some certain shady vids I just never got around to doing. That's just, the nature of the beast, whatever you want to say. I almost did another supermarket haul vid the other day, but I was like, I just did one. I don't want to do another one like 2 videos later, because I actually had a decent amount of stuff. But I've gotten some requests recently. Somebody was asking about DS gameplay. I might try to do that one, because I haven't done a handheld gameplay in a while. I still have to do my stuntman gameplay. Who the hell knows when that will happen? I just don't know. I really, you know what? I really, at some point, maybe I'll push it. I was talking about this again the other day in that channel Ramble. I might just try to start that game channel and maybe do like 2 videos a week. Because like I said, I can't be doing videos for this channel every day, almost every day, pretty much every day, and then throwing like 3 or 4 videos a week on that. I'm gonna be burnt out too quick, and this channel will end up seeing less videos, and I don't want that to happen. But I know so many of you like the video game stuff, and I feel like if I had a video game dedicated channel, I would probably be more inclined to do the gameplays, because that's what I'd be doing for it. But I understand, like, I'm just like thinking about, I'm trying to film like 4 videos a day. It's just like I'm not in the mood to do that sometimes. Sometimes I will film 3, depending on how simple they are. And not most of my videos are simple, but role plays involve more of me thinking about what I want to do in the video, and getting props and stuff like that. Because like I've said, I don't script my videos or anything. I throw the camera on and I just go. Like, I have thoughts in my head how I want to, things I want to say. But my case in point with the trapped in the house ones, I can't even remember the names of the people I had in the video. And the problem is too, I've talked about this, I do a lot of different videos, and it's like I've made it too much of a variety of videos, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh no, I gotta do this, and then I'm like, oh. I think it'd be a little refreshing almost to just have a channel dedicated to video game related stuff and just focus on that for that channel. But the thing is, I would still put some of that stuff here, but also if people like that stuff, I would hope that you'd follow me to that channel as well and be like, okay, I'm gonna get those videos there and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. What else has been going down? I forget. I said I'm gonna ramble, and I'm like, what was I? What else was I gonna ramble about? Closing in on 12K, which is awesome. I'd hope to be at about maybe 13K by the end of the year. I have the end of the obvious regular year, and then I have the end of like what I want by the end of my YouTube year when I like actually started the channel, and I think it was September 5th. So I go like YouTube year to YouTube year, you know, like okay, September 5th to September 4th. But then I'm like, okay, the actual year, I like to get to 13. I think that's doable. Actually should be easily doable, but you never know. Anybody who makes videos, you never know. You go on a run, next thing you know, you struggle for a little bit, you go back on a run. Sometimes you have a nice pace. That's just how it is. I think that's how it is with anybody, regardless of your sub count. You know, and everybody puts their, you know, everybody has their own goals in their head as well. And I think they change as your channel grows, your goals change. I'll have a birthday haul next week. It was funny, I put that thing on Instagram. You know, what age am I changing next week? And I had 38. What age am I turning next week? Not changing. 38 or 44. A good amount of people said 38. I think it ended up being like 27 to 20, 27, 44, because I probably revealed too much stuff on my channel. But I appreciate the people who said 38. Thank you. But yeah. I should be getting some, like I said, I said this already. I told my fiance, like I put older games on the list, some N64 stuff, some original PlayStation stuff. Actually, I mentioned some PS4 games as well. And I think I said a Steam card is also. That's how it goes. I did take a nice walk yesterday to those garage sales. I gotta start riding the bike. I rode the bike too. No, wait. And then maybe, it was 2 weekends ago because it poured last Saturday. I rode my bike, but then I was like, sometimes, you're riding, I'm riding for a while. It tires me out. My bike's not the greatest either. But it still works, so I'm going to keep using it. Yesterday I walked for a while, but I'm like, I got to just do the riding because I can cover more ground. And I can cover it faster. I think I've said this, though, but like out here in Islip, I can't hit, like in Massapequa, I could go to Park Boulevard, Hicksville Road, even Broadway. There's tons of side streets off these roads where you can see the signs on the main road. Here, you don't have as many of that. So it's like I go down Montauk Highway or Union Boulevard for a little bit. Islip Avenue you can do for a little bit as well. But it's not the same. Like there, Massapequa, there's so many houses and side streets off of like main roads that it's easier to find them. Even if they weren't on Craigslist, you could hit certain spots and go. It's still early though. And I got those 6 games back in April. That was a decent little pull for what it was. I'll go to East End Gaming one of these weekends too. I haven't been there in a while. Whenever I go there, I'm buying something. Maybe I'll go about 5 more minutes here. I've been pumping out the 20 plus minute videos recently. Somebody was asking also about, I'll probably put this in my next sound assortment video. I guess the noise from the hair straightener plus me going making that noise. I'll throw that in with a sound assortment video. Have a section of that. I still have forgotten to do another GameCube mic and video. I gotta do one of those soon as well. This is what happens. Same thing with the word searches. Like I was doing them a bunch, and then maybe it went a month or two where I didn't do one. You just go out another thing, like I said. I think sometimes a wide variety can be hurtful because I will sometimes push videos to the side, won't do them. If I was a focused half role plays, half this, I'd be doing more role plays. But also, I won't do a role play for 2 months. I do have to do some more shady videos soon, though, too. I've been neglecting the shady. I mean, the one I did, the taking care of you, when I kind of threw in the weird stuff at the end. I always find myself doing that because I just have fun doing that. Like, oh, let's make it weird here at the end. But that's life of doing a YouTube channel. That's the life of doing a YouTube channel with a bunch of videos. Is that it sucks because it's hard to please everyone. Someone will be like, do more of this. I like this. I don't like that. You should do more of this one, and then you do that one. It's like, do more of that one, but I've done that one. Do this. So that's why I try to do as much different stuff as possible. But like I said, some stuff fades out for a few months and then comes back. But there is no shortage of stuff I can do. And I've tried doing the thing where I'll be like, okay, I'm going to schedule myself videos, and I'm like, no, don't. For some reason, that adds more pressure in my brain. Like, oh no, I've got to do my word search. I've got to do my ramble. I've got to do my eating video now. I've got to do the role play now. It's like, you know what, just whatever I feel like doing, I'm going to do. I really do got to get some kind of gameplay up soon. Maybe I will try the DS one sooner because that's just easier to make. I can pop the camera on a tripod. It's very primitive. And, I could do it right here, actually, now with that taller tripod. I could do it right here. Do DS right here, It ends up not looking great from a production standpoint, but I know a lot of you don't care about that. And I'm just about throwing on the mic, throwing on the camera, doing something. I do get creative with the role plays, at least I think I do. But I like to leave more to the imagination, right? And I know a lot of people, you're trying to go to sleep or something with it. So you're not even looking at the visuals anyway. So, but yeah. I think I said that we planted our vegetables the other day. Maybe it was last weekend. In the ground, we'd bought the pots, but we had to wait like a few days because we were busy. So we got eggplant, 2 tomatoes, strawberries, a couple of herbs, and eggplant. Did I say eggplant? 2 jalapeno peppers as well. See what we yield this year. We had a pretty good yield of certain things last year, and then certain we didn't. And then the year before it was different. Yield a lot of this. Tomatoes you always yield a ton of for some reason. I think there was one year where the tomatoes were not growing. A lot of people were saying this. They were just having trouble getting a good yield of tomatoes. But anyway, yeah, that is a soft spoken gum chewing ramble. Thanks for checking this out, and have a good day.